Good morning, everyone. Today we are diving into one of the powerful tools that are shaping the industries, communities, and how GIS can help us make sound decisions. Today's session is very special. It is very special because it's not just theory, but it's real impact about real stories and learning how GIS is helping industries like ZESCO, where we are today, make sound decisions, becoming more smarter and more efficient. My name is Sifuya Pisen, and I'm very delighted to be your host today. With me on the table, I am with someone whose work and leadership have remarkably changed and made a difference, still making a difference in this space. A true trailblazer in GIS and Geomatics. Engineer Katebe Sakala brings 18 years of experience in Geomatics and currently serves as a GIS Manager at ZESCO. He holds a bachelor's in Geomatics Engineering and a master's in Geoinformation Science and Health Observation. Throughout his career, he's led projects, geospatial data analysis, remote sensing, and project management, driving innovation across both private and public sector. What makes him stand out isn't just his technical expertise, but his vision for how GIS can build stronger communities, make services more efficient, and shape the future of our land, Zambia. He is a leader who proves how data, when mapped and applied, can create real solutions for real people. Good morning, Engineer Zaka.
Good morning, Upson.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yes.
Yes.
So we face a lot of questions from different people on the ground. So for someone new on the concept, how would you define GIS in context of the industry that you are in?
Okay. Thank you so much. So that question is actually very, very important because GIS it's actually a tool that can be used by not only geomatic engineers but almost any technical person from any industry. They can actually be trained in the use of GIS. Why am I saying that? Because us as geomatic engineers, like the way you've introduced me,
Yes.
GIS is part of the streams that someone can specialize in. But even people who've done geography, they can actually upgrade and get specialty, and they become experts.
That's true.
So if we look at where things are now, all geospatial data is supposed to be managed well, and that's why you need GIS. So GIS in its simplest form is actually a system which comprises the acquisition
Yes.
of data,
Yes.
the manipulation of data, the analysis of data, and in the end, the displaying of the data that you've worked on. Uh, in our context, a map is usually the end product of GIS. Yeah, so it takes you that through that process. But again, somebody has to make sure that the data is correct because garbage in, garbage out.
Okay.
So that is one of the key concepts of actually GIS. It's the quality of the data. Yeah, when the data is wrong, everything else will be wrong. Yeah.
Wow. That's brilliant. Well, context of your industry, just where you are.
Yeah.
Believe there are some unique challenges. How do we use why is GIS such a powerful tool for addressing these unique challenges, especially in your field?
Oh, okay. That's a good one. GIS deals with geospatial data,
Yes.
and one of the key concepts of geospatial data is location. Where is the thing you are studying located? In our case, The main thing is, where is the client? And how do we get to the client faster?
Yeah.
Yeah, so GIS will handle the question of uh, network analysis in terms of how do we get to this person faster.
Okay.
If we have teams on the ground, these teams should be able to see that there's an alert where a client has a fault, and these teams have to respond.
Yes, yes.
And how do they respond? Using the maps on their mobile phones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that they'll easily find the client.
The client is so easy.
Yes, so that's one of the bigger challenges actually that we are working on solving.
Okay.
Yes.
Whereas, who in your industry should consider learning GIS? Is it just you, the engineers, or?
Okay, so you're pushing that question to get my mind on that. So basically, in my opinion, it's not only the technical guys. Any person who understood physics in their secondary school and mathematics can actually be trained to know GIS. Okay, because any person who has just a standard degree can actually upgrade and become a GIS expert.
Wow.
Yeah, because a GIS expert can work in any field. In the banking sector, you need somebody to manage the data.
Yes, yes, that's true.
Because the banks have location. So, and GIS itself, it deals with two sets of data. You have the shape files, but you also have the attribute information, which you are going to link to the shape files. So any person can be trained as long as they have interest
And become an expert.
and become a very good expert and actually deliver very good results.
Doesn't it require some kind of great foundation? Could be one having understood physics in their A levels, I mean O levels, and then for them to become, or maybe to have interest in this space, don't they need to have a very good foundation apart from the understanding of physics?
Okay, I'll put it simply. Any person who can understand things in 3D can be a geospatial person. If I'm able to visualize that maybe a box, when I'm looking at it, will have 3-4 sides.
Yes.
Then my brain can handle geospatial data. but all I look at is just the X and the Y.
Yeah.
I can have a problem.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So looking ahead, which areas of your industry do you think will increasingly depend on GIS?
Wow, that's a very big open-ended question. Yeah. The future right now, when we look at the GIS space, is very bright. Right now, actually surveying in the next 10 years or so will no longer be using geodetic receivers where you set the base and the rover. It will all just be drones.
Drones.
That's the future of surveying, and that's the future also where GIS is linked, because most of this data, let's say when we apply drone technology, those images will have to be analyzed, or maybe you've used another payload like LiDAR, where you have point clouds. That data has to be analyzed by a GIS expert and even segment it nicely. The trees on their own, in their own layer, the buildings, the roads, and all that. So the actually the future is all AI. I know people are talking about AI a lot right now.
Yes, yes, yes.
But you'd be surprised, Happison, if I told you that in GIS, AI has actually been used. Wow. We started using AI a number of years back because most of the segmentation algorithms, when you're doing image classification, that's machine learning. That's real programming. So any person who wants to be a GIS expert should also be interested in coding. Yes, and it's easier to learn coding, Python and C++. Yeah, anybody can learn that. Yes.
So I like what you raised. AI is a powerful tool in this space. Don't you feel AI is taking the space of some people that it's taking the people's places in this industry?
Yes, yes and no. But we have to look at where the world is actually going. So, meaning as a profession, as GIS experts, we also need to evolve. There are certain things we can do, but there are certain things AI can be used to do. But the thing is, the interesting thing with AI is that's all machine. What you give it is what it gives you. So you as a human, you actually play a part in the output of AI.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like I said, garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I believe in always upgrading skills. You don't just remain at the same level, and the world is constantly changing. You know, so I would actually recommend people to attend your training because I'm preview to actually the expertise that you have there. So someone can actually learn how they can grow from where they are. You don't really need to be an expert now. They'll start you from zero.
Mm-hmm.
They'll teach you the basics, then take you up. So I would challenge people to take it up. Yes.
So this also dates us back to the point that you raised that anyone can learn GIS.
Exactly.
As long as you don't have to have that very good foundation, but as long as you're able to understand the 3D visualization, you can be an expert in this field.
Exactly. Exactly.
Uh, before we close, maybe you have words for the people that are viewing us, for the viewers.
Okay, just to encourage them. The future is actually GIS. I'm also speaking for my industry, but everything else that we are doing is linked to location. Everything. The building where we are has a location. The banks have a location. Everything has a location. Even the footballers, they have to trace where their money is. So GIS is also involved there. So it actually encompasses all the other sectors and just bridges them and makes sure data is stored in one particular place, and it can nicely be manipulated based on whatever somebody wants. So please, I encourage you, choose GIS and upgrade your skills. Thank you.
For those inspired by what GIS can do, STP Groundworks is hosting a GIS training this coming September from 24th to 27th. It's a 3-day training. So for an investment of 3,500, you'll be able to learn hands-on skills, practicals leading to ArcGIS, QGIS, as well as Google Map Pro. And it doesn't matter, you can be a student, a professional, a manager wanting to make smarter data driven decisions. This training is designed for you. And